Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio. We've had a little break. Let's get back to building our million minions. It's gonna take the time with this hill. Right, let's not worry about that anymore. Not for a second, anyway. I don't have any more anyway. Right, no, I've got 3 roboports in the system. I can see it right there at the bottom on the side. So I don't need to worry about those anymore. So now we can go out here, and I can take my roboport design over here. Pollution is spreading. It's going to spread up through the water faster than it's going to spread anywhere else. We'll eventually kill all of the. We'll eventually pick all of these trees, so we won't have any issues with those. But I need to go towards, like, we're going to be using parts of the base up here, and this is all stuff that we're going to be using up here as well, like all the way up there. That's stuff we're going to be using. But I don't want to worry about that right now. No, what I want to do is I want to start heading out this way, over here, and towards this iron. And we are seeing over here, we've got a worm there. We've got a worm there, and we've got this big base. There we've got 293 iron, 51 million stone all the way over there. So I'd like to extend this side. I definitely want to go this side. Out this side doesn't seem very beneficial to us at the moment. We've not really got a lot to worry about in the way of enemies. It looks like it's almost all worms all the way through. Doesn't appear to be any other enemies. The only biters that I can see at the moment are those there. So we will take the battle to them pretty quick. So to start with, let's get some roboports down here. We'll extend out and down this way. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to here, and I'm going to go to our landfill one, and I'm going to fill this bit in. So I'll put landfill there, and there like that, and fill that bit in. Right, and there as well. So that's all filled in. I got a little bit more room that I can put another couple pumps there if I want to. And I'm not going to want to at the moment. It's not something I'm concerned with right now. Let me get rid of the pollution overlay just a second and see where else we've got. Right. So we're going to be heading down that way. Iron is over there. Really, I'm going to want to fill in this entire section here eventually. That's going to take a while. So we will go like that to start with. Bring that one all the way up. And put that in there as well. So we'll just start filling in a little square over there. They can work on that. And then while they're doing that, they can also come over this way. And can I put that in yet? There we go. Now I can drop in a roboport right there, and also to the south. So we can put that one in. I can put that one in. I can go there. And I can't put any more for a minute. So I want to go back over to the landfill section over here. We'll fill in that bit, and then I'm going to go down here. I'm going to fill in a couple pieces like that. I'm actually going to go right over here so that it'll allow me to put a roboport underneath those two. I can extend out the network down as far as there. I've got roboports here. They're going to bring those out. So we got our network slowly being connected up, as well as the bits of landfill. Those are all being brought down as well. That's going to work very nicely. Now, we're also going to have to start planning things out for a little bit in the future, where we're going to start putting things. And generally, we want a very, very large area for iron smelting. A very large area not too far away for steel smelting. And then another area for copper smelting. That can actually be the opposite side of the base if we want it to be. We don't have to have copper and iron right next to each other. So I will probably put copper smelting up there and iron smelting down here. You can see there, that's our iron smelting and steel smelting at the moment. And then we've got power over here, we're going to be filling in areas like this for power, and not far off for some of the other resources as well. So the resource area, the amount of resources that we end up using later on, it gets quite phenomenal. The sheer quantities that we end up using, just the sheer amount of space that we end up using, it gets almost frightening. It really does. I'll drop that one there like that. I don't have room for any more at the moment, and if I go there, I don't have any more room on that side. Okay, so that's all the roboports that we can fit into the south at the moment. We've got these filling in and those filling in. Roboports will keep building, and then when we've got a few more, we can extend this out a little bit further as well. And it's landfill is going to be our next thing. I'm going to want to be able to get all the way across that bridge before we run out of stone, but we've 2.2 million stone. Okay, 2.2 million stone. We've got no issues whatsoever with a lack of stone coming through. Now, if you look up here, this is actually running fairly slow, and we're going to want this to go faster now. We're going to be wanting a lot more of this stuff coming through. So, actually, you know what I'm going to do? First up, I'm going to go there. And I'm going to get myself a stack of those speed modules. There, one stack, 50. So they're going to keep me laden with speed modules at all times. At least I hope they will. Let's go and have a look over here. All of my logistics bots are currently flying. And a lot of that is the demand that I've got all the way up there for the roboports that we've got them making. And now if you look down through, we've also got demand for these. We're getting queues in places. We're getting queues for the robots on the roboports, especially up here as they're coming through with the landfill. So look, have they gone? Oh, they've already brought me my speed modules. That was very good of them. We're going to use a lot of these. I'm going to drop some down here. Right through there. So that's going to speed that up just a little smidgen. Right there. And you can see it's fairly slow. So I'm going to make some more stack inserters. I'll make 10 of those. I've got another one of those is now done. Weapon shooting speed. We'll increase that. Start research. And I'm going to put some more of these down. I'm going to drop them down like that. There. Get rid of that light. Move that one out by one spot, and I'll drop the light down there on the outside edge. Okay, fine. I'll put a power cable down for it as well. So I got a little bit of stuff coming through, but nowhere near enough. Not at the moment. So next up, I need to do this. And what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that these run as fast as is humanly possible. Well, as is machinely possible. So I run down through there with the speed modules. When we got the speed modules Mark III, that is going to be a lot better. Definitely going to make a huge difference. I drop that one in there. They're bringing me a few more. Run down. Oh, I've run out. I've run out. But you can see it's already made a difference. The amount of iron the amount of stone I'm now getting has already made a difference. It's cramming through into these a little bit faster, which is making the landfill just a little bit faster. If I mouse over, my construction robots are all busy going away into storage again, which means that we have completed all of our requests down here. It's just got they're carrying down the last ones. They've already picked up the last of the bits of landfill, and they're placing them down as we speak, and then that's all they've got to do. We've got a couple of these items here still to go, and that's because they haven't made the roboports yet. So I'm just going to go there and go onto that one. Click that down so I get 2 more roboports over here. And then I will go down over this way and I will take my landfill blueprint that I've got. So I'm going to bring that down in a straight line down here. And I want to fill out a square sort of around there first. And then we're going to start heading over. I'll probably do it in strips. Don't know, I might just bring that down in a neat square to start with, and then head out in a line across to here so that we get towards that iron ore right there. It's kind of important. I'm going to need to... Like I said, I want all of it. I want the whole lot. It's not just one little bit that I'm after everything. So let's bring you... I'll zoom in a little bit. It's got to go there, isn't it? Right, like that. There, I'll put that one down there. And there. And that over there is as far as I can take it. And I'll go to there. Right, so that's sort of filled in another little area there. I've got requests for those to be built and brought down, but we've got to wait for that. So we'll let that work. Let's come out of the map. And I can go back. I should have got my... Yep, I've got my speed modules back now, so I can go over this way. And I drop 3 into each of those. And then I go up through to there like that. And I drop some into there as well. We'll get some more speed modules, but that is now running absolutely flat out. That's cramming that belt as full as we can possibly get it. I don't yet have the ability to make the really fast transport belts. The only way that I could speed this up now is if I start using some more logistics robots. But at the moment, we're using all of our logistics robots, so I don't really want to go and do that. All of this, that's running through quite nicely, and it is feeding everything out. Construction robots, they're running through very, very efficiently as well. Okay, we go over this way. We go for our next plan. Is go back to our robots over this side and get them to do some work. Get them to do some work. We will gather some more up. Right. 100, 200, 300, 400 there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I got 1,000... no, I got 800. I got 800 logistics robots that I can potentially make at the moment. 800. That is a lot. There's a lot of robots. I can make that many at once. And that's because I've got plastic on me. I don't want plastic on me. I'm going to get rid of the plastic that I'm carrying around. So I go to you over here, and I'll dump in that plastic, and then I'll go to that one, and I'll dump in that plastic. So now I can make exactly 100 logistics robots, because I can't build myself any more. I can't build myself any more of these. It's just the ones that I've got on me. So I can make 100, so that's 200, 300, 400, 500. Like that. And you, I'm going to change you over for a stack inserter, so that you move those just a little bit faster and fill this one up. That would be good. In the meantime, I've got 500 logistics robots I can start making right there. So shift and click, and that will start making 500. We'll get all 800, and then I'll put down the whole lot all at once, because I know that there are several of you that actually like to see that. It is very cool. There's no denying that it is a very cool thing to see. It's going to fill that little stack all the way up there to its brim, and then that's going to start going. So I will take 1, 2, there. So there's another 200 of these that I can add into the stack. I need one more stack of 200, and then I am good to go. We will have all of those instead of the flying robot frames. So I need another 200. You could just come over here. Just dumping those out. I'm going to have a load of robots come over and try and top me up in a minute. That's what's going to happen next. Let's go to you. They're emptying out that stack. That's no good. Take them. Right. 100 I don't want 105. Stop bringing me. I don't want you to bring them to me. I just want 100 of them. That's all I want. I will shift-click a minute, and I will get rid of those, like that, and then it will just add in another 100. So that's going to be all of the robots that I can make. All 800. I'm going to sit here a minute, and I'm going to let those just accumulate, and then when I've done that, because obviously this is now, I've taken a huge sort of hit out of this. This is small fry stuff here. We're definitely going to be increasing that. But yeah, 800 logistics bots. It's not enough. It's just not enough yet. I'll tell you what, while I'm building those, there is one more thing I thought that I could do, and I could do that up here. Right, because then I'm not going to be too far away from them, and also we're not going to be too far away from the robot things over there that we're making. Okay, I want to make that one there. I'm not going to have these added into the whole network automatically yet. I'm just going to leave them as they are. But what we're going to do is we're going to make logistics robots. Put those in there. So I right-click and I click onto there. It's going to demand 90 advanced circuits. But actually make that to 100 advanced circuits. And that one we will demand 50. Right there. So I got 100 and I got 50. And then I'm going to do that and that. That's all. Excuse me. That is all I'm going to do. I'm just going to put those in there. I'm not going to change anything round. I'm not going to do anything any different. I'm just going to put them in there like that and make no alterations. What will happen is that will just keep going until eventually we fill this chest up. And then I can drop that into the network as and when I want. But what you can do is you can build this factory and you can put a roboport right there. So they will make them and they will feed them directly into the roboport. And I find that the best way to do this so that they keep making them in the network, because these actually do make very, very quickly. So they will use up all the robots much faster than you would sort of give them credit for. They really do. They will use up all the robot frames very, very quickly, and very, very quickly feed them into here. So it's going to take a while for them all to sort of keep feeding through. It will happen. They will eventually get there, but it can take a bit of time. What have we got? I got a lot of these on me. There's more and more turning up. Yeah, see, I've now used up just about all of those flying robot frames. They'll bring a few more over. And in time, we'll have loads of them. So there's another 50 bots. I'll add that into my total. But no, if you put a roboport and you put it right in the center of the base, you put roboports all the way around it, as soon as they make them, the robots get demands and then they go off and do things. Because what you'll generally find is that robots that are active in the middle, or that are sitting in a roboport, will take an order and they will go out towards the edge, and then they will disappear into a roboport. And they won't come back again until they are the closest one that an order can be issued to. So they do start to spread out. As your base gets bigger and bigger and bigger, they start to spread out. Now, that's no problem at all. It would be an issue if you are only demanding like 1 or 2 items in your requester chests before you, like, just say we just had enough to make 2 items in there. If your robots are having to fly halfway across the map in order to be able to come over and pick up the resources and then put them into the chest, you're going to be waiting for a very long time with nothing happening. So what I generally do later on is I increase the number of resources that I'm demanding. Right here, we've got 6, 3, and 9. Okay, and in here, we need 1, 2, and 3. So I've got enough to make 3 items. Much later on, I would have a minimum of 100 items worth being demanded because it takes so long for the logistics bots to bring them over. So you don't notice any pause in production. It'll just keep it running. It keeps everything going smoothly, but it can take a little while for them to get there. So you've got to sort of balance how much your logistics requests are doing. And it can be quite entertaining trying to get the perfect balance on it all and make sure that you've got everything right. I got 30 robots left to go, and we can add them into the network. So we've still only got 0 robots available at the moment. That means all of our robots are flying. They're all down here, look. See? This is our robots at the moment. They are going everywhere. We need more roboports to be brought up so that they can keep everything moving along nicely. But yeah, still 0. And I have got in here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 850 additional robots to add into the network. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit like that. And I'm going to put down the cloud of robots here. Look at them go! Look, they're all heading off towards the ores. Where are they all going? Every single one of those has now got a purpose. They're heading up that way. It's because I got 1,700 ore in the system. And I need 1,700 ore by the look of it. It's going to go and grab most of it. They're all flying. 1,650 logistics robots, and every single one of them is currently active. That is fantastic. I've just more than doubled the number of robots that we've got, and they're all off out. But now, no, look. They've just immediately fulfilled that demand. There was that huge demand for those robots to go out and do something, and they're now heading back into storage. So they've just gotten on top of everything that was there. We've still got spare iron ore, and I've now got spare iron plates as well. Those are spare. What I got is I've now got traffic. I've got queued traffic in here. So our balance at the moment is a lack of steel. We have a lack of steel to properly balance the entire system. And in order to be able to balance that back again, I need more of these plants down here making steel. I've got plenty making the iron, but I don't have the rest of them. And that's going to present a problem. I could also do with some roboports to additional roboports so that they've got more charging points. So we'll do that in a minute. I can make 2 of them myself, so I will do that. I'll grab 2 there, and what I'll do is I'll run a line directly on top of that one. That one can go there. Did I pick up a robot then? I don't think I did. Roboport right there. 1 and 2. We chuck that down, and then I will put power along there. And what I'll do is I'll actually put a straight line of power across the top like that. And we'll also put a bit of redundancy cables on the side in case I pick one up without realizing what I'm doing. So I've now got space for another 4 roboports to go in that bit there. This is going to end up being sort of a big area for roboports anyway, I suspect. I can make 1. And slowly bringing me in the steel. As soon as they bring me enough steel, I'll be able to make 1 more. I want 3 more pieces. 1, there we go. There's another roboport. So I can put 2 more of them down here, and I've now got 500 spare. So you can see, as you start to expand your base, you can very, very quickly use up all of the robots that are in the system. And then it starts to backlog, and it's all dependent on the robots. You've got to make sure that you've got spare bots. Now, when I'm looking at thousands of bots, you do want a good buffer of a few thousand. We got a buffer of a good 600 robots now. And the iron ore, we're actually using that up. It's eating into the spare iron ore that we've got. I know I keep mousing over that. It might be difficult for you to pick up the numbers on the side. Unfortunately, I can't point them out. I can't sort of show you what my numbers are. Overall here, things are looking pretty good. There is, there is one thing that I want to do. We've got that one there, and I've got demands in there for a few different items, and I'll probably add in some more in there, so that, I'm going to go and do that right now. I'm going to do that right now. I'll add in a couple more items so that I've got an additional, it's a recharge zone. That's what we use it for. So I'll go there, and I want those. I'll go here and make sure I've got some small electric poles. I'll put 200 of them into there, like that. There's nothing else I want. Oh, actually, no. We will also put in our demand for iron plates, the 400 that we have on us, and the copper as well. Now, there's a very good reason for doing this. Right, that is a complete recharge station right there. I want to be able to recharge myself every time I come on through. So I've just copied that. I don't have another green chest on me. I've only got the 1 green chest, but we'll let all of those go into there. They're going to fill all of them up. The robots will go up through. They'll put everything in there that we could possibly need. I've got 51 green chests in my network. I will take 1 right there. And they've just added in a couple more, so I've got a spare chest. And I'm going to take that 1 green chest, and I'm going to bring that one over here. It's not too far from the storage there. Where would be the best prime location. This is like the center of the base right here. This is where I spend a lot of my time at the moment. So as I physically come here quite frequently, I'm going to shift-click, and I'm going to copy that into there. So now, you suddenly had, over on the right-hand side, everything went nuts, made a load of demands, and is bringing everything into there. So I've now got another recharge point. And this is good, because when I go off doing a bit of exploring, I go off doing things, and I go out of radar range, I then want to be able to come back in, and I want a location that I can go to in order to be able to refill everything. And that's what I've got here. This is my refill point. And those refill points are very, very important. So we'll let that one, that's all going to fill up there. Gonna put all of the resources will eventually go into there, and take them a minute or two, but they'll do that. So there's my next refill point. And we've got weapon speed, cliff explosives. We don't really need to worry about cliff explosives, because I don't have any cliffs in this map. I deliberately made the map so that we don't have any cliffs anywhere. I think the next thing that we should do is get some more landfill going. I'm going to do another strip. I'm going to do a strip all the way down from where we've previously got roboports and stuff. So we're going to work on that bit right there, and I'll put some into there. And I want to bring it down, just down this way a little bit further. It doesn't have to go like a huge distance down here, but I would like it to come down a bit. Sort of put it down to about that far, I think, just like that. And then I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to go right out, and I'm going to put a strip all the way up to the very top. So we'll put one there, and I'll go like that. And then we'll go up and put more in like that. There. It'll take a little while. If you just, I'm just doing it slowly and carefully, because I want it to all come in like that. And another one. And then I go on up and I put another one. So just fill in those gaps right there. And then I've got one last little bit that will fit up through there. Right, so now my robots will come down, and they will fill all of that in down through there. If it goes to night time, switch to your map, and then you can see things a lot easier. So yeah, we'll fill in all of that down through there, and we'll slowly sort of fill that all out. We got to make sure that we got the guns and everything all ready for when we get over here. We're also going to want some walls. And once we've sort of, I'm kind of thinking that we'll fill that out that section, and then we'll just go in a straight line over this way. Straight over there, fill out the section, and then we can worry about that bit later. Because, I mean, down here it'll be safe. We got to worry about that bit to start with, but we've also got to worry about other enemies up here, although, for the most part, I think those are all safe. I don't think we've got any issues with any of the other enemies. I think they're all just, worms. I don't think we've actually got any spawning bases or anything that's being produced like that. So it's not a thing that we're going to need to worry about. Now, the other thing that we did with this pump up here, I'm sort of thinking, well, actually, we've done that one, but we didn't do anything on here, and we need a reserve on that. Not only for right now, because we do want a little bit of a reserve on that, so that we can have plenty of lubricant. Now, we're not using a lot of lubricant at the moment, but we are going to be using it. So it's something that we want to be able to sort of monitor. We want to be able to make sure it doesn't get changed around or anything like that. What's going on here? Oh, that's just the edge of the factory. Right, no, never mind that. Okay, so what we've got is light oil. It doesn't matter, but I want to limit when it's producing stuff from here. Well, folks, Rome wasn't built in a day, and 1 million minions are not going to be built in a single episode. We've run out of time, so if you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.